Hey guys, welcome to our first show back from the new year. And as you can tell by our numbering, we are going the comic route. We are no longer number 32, 33 or whatever. All right, we are Z's Comics Reviews Volume 2, Episode 1. All right, new season, new issues, new storylines.
Keeping track of legacy episodes, though.
Exactly. All right, let's dive right on into it.
Yes.
We finally got our shipments in from the past 2 weeks. I'm super stoked. We got a pretty good lineup today. All right. Starting us off, Ultimates number 8. Regale us, Thunder. Regale us.
I will start off by saying, even though it's going to sound negative, it is not like, oh no, it's not a complete bad thing, but I do feel like this one is the weakest one so far in the Ultimates line.
Not a good start to the new year.
Only just because, like, I could see if you're a Guardians fan, like, for the Guardians fans out there, I could see it being awesome. I'm just not much of a Guardians fan here. That's all. But it was nice. Like, you find out some backstory about one of the members, like America Chavez in this, evidently. Is a Guardian. She's a Guardians of the Galaxy member. And these Guardians are from the 61st century. You know? They get lost in space, sort of. That was a good movie.
Can't wait for them to remake that one in comics. Anyway.
They should. But anyways, yes. You know, so like they've been going around hunting, but looking for their fellow members, because evidently there's a crap ton of members of this Guardian team. And, this one comprised of really only one of the people that I know of as them, as I think the majority is gonna know, Star-Lord, but it's not like Chris Pratt style Star-Lord. This is like a different Star-Lord that has like powers and all that stuff. So kind of interesting. Got Cosmo, got Captain Marvel, and it kind of goes into like the weird time travel thing, because this is a time travel issue where it starts off with the Ultimates going into the future, but it gets confusing because it gets that time travel confusing because they're going into the future because Doom has sensed someone coming. But then you find out that, okay, it's the Guardians. Then you find out that the Guardians only came to that point in the future because they could smell, well, Cosmo could smell America Chavez at that point. And so, even they have Hank Pym in there say, like, wait a minute, I'm confused. Well, he doesn't say this out loud to everyone. He says it to his wife. He's all like, I'm confused. If we came here because Doom sensed someone coming, but they only came because they could smell America Chavez here at this specific point, how did this come to be?
Okay, so it gets Terminator-y, all right?
And like all she says is like, and
okay.
So like that was kind of funny, but the whole issue, they don't really, not much happens really. It's just you get some backstory, like you get the backstory on the Guardians, like why they're there, what's going on. Oh, excuse me. And that's kind of it. Like nothing really stand-outy about this one. It was just, the backstory is kind of interesting,
Is it the face in the concrete of the Ultimates line so far?
Nah, because that was just straight up like, what are you doing? That had me just staring at the TV. I didn't even hit the next episode button for a bit. I let the credits go through on that one. I was like, what the heck? And so, but, it's not bad. It's just, I'm not much of a Guardians fan, so I didn't really care too much for the backstory, but it is a nice little backstory. Like, it's interesting, intriguing. I'd say, me giving it a 3 out of 5, sure, probably a little biased there, but like for fans that like are Guardians and can like get past them being like, it's not a team I'm interested in, I could see it still being a solid 4. Okay. But yeah, it was nice, good little entry. It's just for my personal liking, kind of the weakest.
Gotcha. All right, so 3 out of 5. All right, nice. Ultimates number 8, 3 out of 5. Moving on to When I Lay My Vengeance Upon Thee. Now, I ordered some of these for the shop just because the name, kinda, the name just got me. All right, and then like the solicitations, we're talking about like almost an excommunicated priest and stuff like that. Which sort of. I mean, like this one right here. First of all, I'm just going to tell you my score on it. straight out 3 out of 5, but a positive 3 out of 5. It lays the groundwork for what could be a really creepy storyline, because the way that they're talking about the exorcisms in here is not any way that I've seen them talk about in the horror movies that I've seen. Okay. You talk like in the horror movies that you watch, like Exorcism, and the Emily Rose one. They talk about it very clinically, like like they do, because apparently like there's procedures and stuff. This one lays the groundwork, like the main priest, the main focus of the story, accidentally killed a kid. All right, and he turns himself in. He wants to pay penance. Well, somebody from the church says, I need somebody like you, and we're going to go and move you somewhere. And from there, it's just like it follows a different priest who is the actual exorcist guy. But he doesn't follow like established lore of exorcisms or anything. It's very creepy. I'm not going to tell you anything about what happens with that guy. But suffice it to say, I'm very excited about where it goes. It's going to be one of those like hardcore mentorship kind of things going on with the one that unalived the kid and him. Okay. And their interactions are very like, the dude is messed up in the head. The main one, the focus point, and because he accidentally killed a kid, and the other one is just like Sarge couldn't
pull his gun on anybody after he did that in Die Hard. So
yeah. And so like in this one, and the would-be mentor, I can't remember his name, you got some shady stuff going on with that guy who is also a priest, but I don't think he's a very priestly priest. But yeah, it's like I give it a solid 3 out of 5, very positive 3 out of 5. I'm excited to see where this goes, and I am looking forward to reviewing number 2 whenever it comes out. So definitely pick it up when I lay my vengeance upon thee. Okay?
Hot stuff.
Number 1. What was that? Hot stuff. Moving on to Deadpool Wolverine.
First
number 1.
The first full thing of this video.
So this one right here, I think it takes place. I think it takes place pretty soon after Decimation, where the No More Mutants was uttered, right? I'm not entirely sure because that happened pre-Secret Wars. Yeah. And so I don't know the history of like when this happens, but it opens up on 1. And 1 was only established after the Decimation, right? Yeah. Somehow, something is controlling Deadpool, who then takes Wolverine, and like he's not doing any of his, Deadpooliness, whatever, who somehow like convinces Wolverine to follow him, blows himself up with a plane full of C4, and like it's actually kind of confusing. Okay, not gonna lie. Something took over Deadpool, and Wolverine is there. He's trying to figure it out, and at some point there are the team called Mavericks. I've never heard of them, but I know some of the characters in there, and apparently, yeah. So this one right here, you know what? I wrote down 3 out of 5. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5 just because I'm confused of where it's going, and yeah, Wolverine is cool and all, but if you put him in a book with Deadpool, you expect some Deadpool Wolverine shenanigans going on, and I got none of them.
There were no shenanigans.
There were nothing.
You because serious?
Yes, they basically like John Connored him from Terminator Genesis. The only part of that movie that I did not like. Okay, they like snipped John Connor.
They massacred my boy.
Exactly. So yeah, I give this one a 2 out of 5. I hope issue 2 picks up, but there are some nice little Easter eggs in there. You get little like callbacks to previous storylines. You get. If you're a hardcore Deadpool Wolverine, either one or both together, if you're hardcore into it, yeah, pick it up. This one, I'm just, I'll read number 2, and we'll see whether or not we decide to. Oh yeah, in the hopes. You got to do in the hopes. All right, moving on to
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. Absolute Wonder Woman, number 3.
Yes.
3. All right. The art
number 3.
Pick number 3, my lord. the art is consistent. It's still great. All right, it fits the storyline. You learn more about the enemy, the Tetracide. You get the first bits of the Cheetah, Absolute Universe Cheetah in Barba Minerva showing up. She's a college, like I guess an intern or something at the museum. Yeah, and you find out what the price was that Diana had to pay in order to get Steve back to the world, and she paid a steep price, right? For her first mission in aiding humanity. And honestly, man, the dialogue in here is very like matter of fact. She's like, if you don't do this, you're going to die.
She is not messing around.
She does not mess around.
She is just.
And throughout the whole issue, it's just really good. It lays more exposition than it does like show any action, but it tells you exactly what to expect from when the Tetracide starts to make its attack,
especially on what it's going to be doing.
Oh yeah, so this is actually like a week old, so we can talk a little bit more about it. This one, spoilery. All right, absolute spoilery for Wonder Woman #3. She tells him exactly how the Tetracide is going to kill them all, and it is not cool. It basically has like a siren's call that brings everybody to it, and then it eats you. Yes. But it doesn't just eat you.
If you're unlucky.
Yeah, but it doesn't just eat you. It like melts your body and eats it harvests your soul, and it's like super dark the way she describes it.
If you don't get chomped on, it's like the way she puts it out is like you're gonna die like one of X amount of ways, which is either you're gonna get trampled over the fact that that you are just like mindlessly, you and so many others are mindlessly trying to get to this beast. You might get trampled, and that's if you're lucky. And then if you're unlucky, you get to the mouth, you touch it, then you start like melting if you touch it.
Your mind starts freaking out.
Into the mouth, it might chomp on you. Then it's like, hey, if you're super unlucky, you make it to the stomach where you just
they paint a graphic picture in the thing without actually showing you what it does, and it's pretty creepy. Yeah. All right.
But I do think for especially those readers out there, those fans that are kind of just like try to solve it as you're reading. To me, because I thought this too, it was like the way she tries to solve it is exactly how I was thinking. But what if you just you just can't hear?
See, so at the end, she has a bit of a solution. Well, what if, like, just again, spoilery? Yeah. What if you can't hear the death knell?
Yeah.
Okay, she's gonna
that thought.
Yeah, and I'm excited. So, and that's the cliffhanger right there, where how she's gonna solve the first issue, and I'm kind of excited to see where #4 goes. I gave it a 4 out of 5.
I could give it a 4. Yes, 4 out of 5.
Because at this point in a Wonder Woman story, I would like to see more action, and I think that's why I gave it a 4 out of 5. Because, dude, Wonder Woman stories, so much fighting.
There is
so much fighting, and in this I think this is the one Wonder Woman story where I've read it, and 3 issues in, there's only been like one fight.
I think that's something that kind of like it is, like you said, a lot of Wonder Woman stuff. There is like action that's like just nitty gritty. I think that's something that works here for this series. Yeah, because it's giving you a little bit more to it.
Yeah, that is true.
That little something, a little sprinkle. And now, since we're over the proverbial hump and we're on the last 2 issues of like the first 5,
the first story arc.
The first story arc. I think these last 2 are definitely gonna get.
I hope so, because I like the end of that first issue where she goes off on the whole "I am Thor, son of Odin" speech of hers. Like that right there, I was like, hell yeah, all right, yeah, Queen of Hell, yeah. And I just haven't seen that in the past few issues, and like in this one, I would have liked.
I think it works though, because like the
Tetracide.
The Tetracide appears in the second issue, and she straight up is just like she doesn't. She's straight up with it, saying like, "This thing is dangerous." Like it seemed like that moment to me where it's like, okay, yes, I'm doing this. I'm gonna be great. I'm gonna be great. Oh, I did not think we'd get you this quick. So, like that's how I think it is. Like it'd be like, you finally beat the first level. You finally beat the boss. that you saw the boss that you thought was the boss, and you're just like, yes, I got this, I'm amazing. And then like you beat you beat Hercules and God of War, and then just all of a sudden right away, boom, there's Zeus, and you're just like, oh, okay, here we go. I was pretty good, but dang, all right, yeah, this is gonna be. So that's why I give it a little bit. That's why her delivering that speech at the end of the first one, and then kind of just like taking back, doesn't hasn't been too much of like, oh, it's a down note to me, just because it gave that feeling to me where she's like, all right, yes, I got my confidence, let's go, I got this. But then just the freaking ultimate boss that you didn't think was gonna come yet comes, and she's just like, dang, okay, I'm definitely not at that level yet.
All right, I can see that. All right, but yeah, basically, like I give it 4 out of 5.
Yes, 4 out of 5.
So 4 out of 5 is all around for Absolute Wonder Woman. Definitely pick it up.
Yes.
It is not disappointing. All right, I know we're talking some stuff here, but not disappointing. Definitely pick it up. Yes. Moving on to Absolute Superman number 3, new this week. So we're gonna refrain from more of the spoilery stuff.
Comic runner-up.
Comic runner-up of the week. I think you are going to be like kind of surprised by what we got for actual comic of the week. Anyway, talking about Absolute Superman number 3, the art consistently great as always. It's like 99% flashback. I'm going to tell you right now. You learn more about Kal-El in his early days on Krypton. You learn about the death of Krypton, how it came to be, and all the conspiracies, not all the conspiracies, but a pretty good amount of them behind the scenes. You get more interaction with his parents and him and Crypto.
Yes,
all right, the best boy in the universe. Okay,
best dog on dog in the sky.
Yep, exactly. And then you get more time with his family that he never had in the regular universe, and it's just great. You know what I mean? Even at a young age, Kal-El is kind of a dissident, and his parents encourage that, and you love to see it, right? You love to see it.
It's going against the grain,
and it exactly. And his dad and mom, they're still doing their whole clandestine, investigating the death of the planet kind of thing, and it's you get to see Kal-El kind of put 2 and 2 together, because they're kind of shielding him from the truth, but even he's like,
but he's a very calculating kid.
He is. I didn't even catch that. Oh my gosh.
First one of the new year.
But yeah, it's a very well done story. The artwork is great. You do get a lot more action in here than you did in the Wonder Woman one.
Yes,
all right, and I'm going to tell you
to the point of destruction on the planet.
I'm going to say 2 words, and I'm not going to tell you what context they're in, but lava gun. All right, if that doesn't intrigue you, you should not be reading this book. Okay, you shouldn't be reading any book. All right, but yes, lava gun. You got to read it to figure it out, because oh my gosh, that is awesome. Okay, you've seen it in a couple video games and stuff, but seeing it drawn on the page like that, oh my god, so cool. And the tag at the end, which takes place, I guess, in current time in the Absolute Universe, is very confusing. It leaves off on a pretty good like, like, how is this going about? You know what I mean? And yeah, man, I'm super excited to see where the rest of this story goes. And I think this one supposed to be a 5-issue arc?
I think they're all 5.
They're all 5?
The first big 3 are 5 issues.
Okay.
So
we're
over the hump on all of them. The last 2 are coming out.
All right. And you got little breadcrumbs of all the other bad guys, and then like the preview for this one says get ready for the Omega Man. Are we gonna get Lobo? All right, because if you don't know, Lobo first appeared in the Omega Man comic book. So the main man is he gonna be Absolute Universe too?
A lot of people lately, especially, but we can cover that. We'll cover more Lobo
on Sunday. All right, but yeah, this one 5 out of 5. Okay, and yes, 5 out of 5. For something that is not comic of the week, let's show you what our comic of the week is, okay?
Great comic of the week.
Kidpool Spider-Boy one-shot, all right?
Tremendous.
I did not think that this was going to be as good as it was. I thought it was going to be entertaining.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be a little bit funny. I knew I was going to have a chuckle. But damn it, dude, I laughed my butt off.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Kidpool is modeled after... The Kidpool is not the usual Kidpool that comic people know. She is being modeled after Kidpool from Deadpool and Wolverine, the movie, so modeled after Ryan Reynolds' daughter.
So it's a girl.
It's a girl. It's a girl. She's got her little pistols and everything, her little Nerf guns, water guns, and all that.
And little lightsabers that don't really do anything.
Yeah. Or at least we don't see them doing it.
That is true. I mean, she tried to... I don't know, man. She tried to cut the dinosaur's neck.
She did cut something.
It didn't work. I mean, this lightsaber, that didn't work. But,
because she straight decapitated something. She decapitated one of those little things.
Yeah, that's true.
So it does work. You just don't see it because, censoring.
Yeah. So, like, the art is great, and it starts with the voiceover from Kidpool. She's explaining, basically in Deadpool ways, how, like, beginnings always start, and then things are confusing. And she's like, wait a second. I don't really know what's going to happen here. So let's go back to me. And then everybody's out to kill her, but she can't die. So she convinces according to her, like a low-rent Wolverine wannabe, who is an actual bad guy and actually does have the little claws thing. Yeah, I always thought he was Wolverine when I was a kid, and I'm like, why is he wearing green? Anyway, who tasks her with trying to unalive Spider-Man. Yeah. And while doing that, runs afoul of Spider-Boy, who, if you don't know, is an interdimensional, like leftover from a long-forgotten universe, who found his way into the 616 and is now being mentored by Peter Parker Spider-Man. And he catches her aiming an RPG at him. Yeah. And he's like, what are you doing? And she's like, hey, just gonna, just got hired to kill Spider-Man. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to.
She's got that like twisted little view because she catches him in ways that to us would be like, okay, he's the hero. Got that like twisted little
like view on everything,
where it's like he's helping an old lady cross the street, but she sees it as like he is pushing that old lady into traffic, and I forget exactly what she says to every single one, but like you see points of him taking on like Sandman, Goblin, Electro. Electro, she's all like, that poor electrical guy was just minding his own business, and then he came in. So to her, for a little bit, she was like, I see why this guy wanted me to unalive Spider-Man. Yeah. He's a menace.
And yeah, like Spider-Boy comes around, he's like, I'm gonna have to ask you to, put down the RPG, and she's like, okay, so first of all, what's your name? Yes. Can you hold my hand? And I want to kiss you. Oh yeah, like for like love at first sight with Spider-Boy, and
that's like all Deadpools are with Spider-Man.
Exactly, and so there's some shenanigans going on. Spider-Boy talks to actual Spider-Man. Hey, this Kidpool's at like trying to get with me, and he's like, wait, Pool? No, like pack your bags. You need to get on the train like to Pennsylvania. Get away. Like everybody thinks I'm annoying, but haven't met Deadpool yet. And apparently, Spider-Boy meets Deadpool. Yes. And this is a really good, like, it's so off the wall. You don't really know what's going to happen next in this one.
The quips are absolutely...
The quips, oh my gosh.
There is a specific one that made both of us go, oh my gosh, like, wow.
Oh man,
it's pretty...
Yes, it's just the dialogue is just hilarious. The situations are hilarious. It starts off, with a love-struck Kidpool and ends with dinosaurs. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you how we get there, but we get there. All right, everybody loves dinos, not like those people love dinos. But yes, like this one, obviously 5 out of 5. This is our comic of the week, just because of how weird, bonkers, and off the wall it is, and it somehow works.
Absolutely entertaining.
It's so good. Yes, and like it's just this one shot, and you just love it. I would love if there was a series on this. Okay,
I mean, like a Kidpool Spider-Boy series.
Yes, it could be just like we all wanted the Spider-Man Deadpool series. Yeah. We want more of this. Yes, I would love it.
It could be like the Damien and Superboy
Kinda, yeah.
thing for Marvel. Just if they do it,
Except one of them wants to smush
Better
faces with the other.
not age them up randomly.
Oh my gosh!
And ruin the series.
They could have aged up Damien.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you age up one of them, at least age up.
Like the only other one where they're the same age is the Deceased universe, and that one's just it was too dour to have some funniness in it. Yeah. But anyway, definitely pick up Kidpool Spider-Boy. The Kidpool Spider-Boy special #1. Very good. Highly recommend it. Like we said, comic of the week. Comic of the past 2 weeks, actually. Super good. And with that, I believe we are done for the night.
So, yes.
All right, that finishes
episode of the new year.
First episode of the new year. I think we ended up pretty good spot. All right, we will see you guys over the weekend, Sunday night, Monday morning, with our news segment. Later.